Jeopardy! Viewers are becoming increasingly frustrated with Ken Jennings, blaming the game show host for several on-air mistakes. Once a fan favorite, Ken has come under fire in recent Jeopardy episodes as viewers call out the host's disrespectful pronunciation errors and slam his harsh rulings. Longtime Jeopardy viewers and new fans alike have begun to question whether Ken is the right man for the job. While nobody can compare to the show's former and legendary host, Alex Trebek, many fans think producers made the right call parting ways with Ken's former co-host, Mayim Bialik. Now, an insider exclusively told the U.S. Sun that Ken takes the job seriously and doesn't want to screw up, but he's also not writing for the show, as in offering any punch-ups. When asked whether he has any input on the game show's clues, the insider revealed the show's winningest contestant doesn't have as much say as viewers may think. Despite the late Alex having say on the tape day's clues, regularly offering changes, Ken isn't at that point yet and leaves it all up to the show's writers and producers. As for looking over the show's clues ahead of each taping and offering changes, like the late Alex Trebek used to do, Ken has taken a slightly different route. He trusts the system and isn't trying to reinvent it as he settles into the permanent hosting job, the source said. Jeopardy! Host Ken Jennings rejects player's final response after he leaves out one letter in brutal moment. The source also confirmed that while Ken is engaged and focused, notably more so than Mayim was, he's also not hanging around the office if he isn't taping. Ken is notably taking a cue from today's younger generations and diving headfirst into a healthy work-life balance. He has a full family life at home, and he's always developing other television projects or book projects, the source added. But when he's at Jeopardy, he takes the job seriously, and he doesn't want to screw this up. Jeopardy has had a tumultuous history regarding hosts after the death of the iconic Alex Trebek in 2020. Here are all of the hosts since the game show's inception in 1964. Art Fleming, 1964 to 1975. He was the original host of the daytime version of Jeopardy on NBC. Alex Trebek, 1984 to 2020. The late great Alex hosted Jeopardy's modern iteration for 36 years until his death from pancreatic cancer. Guest hosts, 2020 to 2021. Jeopardy tested out a series of guest hosts for week or 2-week stints, including Anderson Cooper, LeVar Burton, and Aaron Rodgers. Mike Richards, 2021. He was named host for 1 week before resigning amid controversy. He was the show's executive producer at the time. Mayim Bialik, 2021 to 2023. When Mike was announced as the show's new host, Mayim was chosen to host tournaments and primetime specials. Mayim and Ken Jennings, 2022 to 2023. 74-time champion Ken, the longest-winning contestant ever, joined Mayim as a guest host, and they split hosting duties. Ken Jennings, 2023 to present. Last December, Mayim announced on Instagram that she would no longer host Jeopardy. After a lengthy hiatus, having stood with the writer's strike, and Ken was named sole host. Ken now helms all editions of Jeopardy, including Celebrity Jeopardy, The Nightly Show, and other primetime specials like Masters. The source also revealed that despite some of Ken's on-air blunders, like mispronouncing certain words, he does pre-read all of the clues, as required by the show's hosts. Ken's input on clues isn't big because he's very focused on his on-camera duties, interfacing with the guests, pronouncing everything right, and making taping days as smooth as possible, the source revealed. Ken is not a frustrated clue writer or anything like that, the source continued. My understanding is that he and the writers have a respectful relationship that, in some cases, extends back many years to his earliest days on the show. Jennings' now infamous Jeopardy run as a contestant began during the show's 20th season, with his first show airing on June 2, 2004. His Jeopardy! Winning streak continued until he lost his 75th game to challenger Nancy Zerk.